All right, I know this has made the rounds on TikTok, but if you haven't heard, all right, so there is an update to this story. As you know, these things take time to run through the legal system. I'll get some screenshots up here in a minute from some articles that came out more recently here, but I want to reiterate a couple of facts or statements I made in the original video because I think they're still important, which is that regardless of what she did in this circumstance, because yes, she may have been intoxicated or still listed as intoxicated after the fact. I mean, she may have been drinking the night before and just came into work hungover and still listed as intoxicated, whatever it was. The action that took place was not correct. And I'm going to keep saying that for this. The way they treated her was not the appropriate response. She was not a danger to anybody. She continues not to be a danger to anybody. And to treat her like she's, on the street corner with a firearm threatening people and giving her the same level of response as that seems really ridiculous. And that's more the issue here. I understand, as I've had a background education, I understand the difficulties people face. Life happens. I get that. The way that people responded has been kind of awful. I mean, the original video, what I stitched on this, had a lot of responses from people, and it was a very heated thing. I don't think it should have been. I didn't think it was going to be that much of a response and negative. A lot of people were. I removed a lot of comments. Some have been there. One person recently commented that they wish people would stop sharing this and covering it. And I'm going to put clearly, before I show the rest of the news that came out, because I don't want to make this video too long, I'm just going to say that no, that's what TikTok is. It's commentary. You don't have to like it. If you don't like people posting stories, if you don't like people making commentary on things that are happening, and your response is you feel bad for her, so we shouldn't be talking about it, that's a problem. We have to talk about these things. If we say nothing, and if we don't make any comments on it, we're not even acknowledging the fact that how she was treated was wrong. And if you're not getting that, then I'm sorry. And I know, there's people that are like, well, it's only be done for views. To a degree, yes. I'm not going to lie. Nobody on this platform makes videos about controversial issues not to get views. But for me, while that may be a result of doing this type of content, the other portion of it is something that concerns me because I don't like the way the police treat people. I don't like our response to every little crime. I don't like crimes being committed. At the same time, I don't think that if somebody, runs a stop sign, they should be just eliminated by the police because they ran a stop sign. There are severe crimes, yes, and there should be severe punishments for severe crimes, but not severe punishments and not severe reactions for petty crimes, little crimes. She didn't put anybody in danger. Now, maybe we could argue that if she, was running a woodshop class with lots of saws and stuff and equipment that was dangerous and she was intoxicated and it was young children, that might be a problem. But this was not the case here. So let's get to the updated screenshot. So if you didn't see it, this came out on the 7th. I clipped the headline down because it's basically reiterated right here in the subtext. This is News 6 from Oklahoma, I believe. It says, former Payne County teacher was arrested 3 months ago accused of public intoxication at work. Today she was arrested again after allegedly showing up to a court hearing intoxicated. So it did happen. It was a thing. There's later screenshot coming up that'll talk about how they have body cam footage. I'll delve more into that in a minute. She definitely has something she needs to work on. I did not see confirmed reports of it. Apparently her husband was abusive. That may be an issue. Maybe she has prior issues. We need to be helping people. And this is what I said before. We need to be helping people. We need to stop just trying to throw everybody in jail and start helping people. This is the same news outlet. This is from the 14th. And again, I've clipped the headline just because this is basically writing it. A teacher was previously arrested on an intoxication complaint at school, was arrested again for allegedly being intoxicated at her court hearing. Police body camera footage reveals the moments leading up to her arrest. They really sensationalized that a bit. Reading the article, watching the body cam footage, she was having a hard time walking. This is obviously taking its toll on her, and you can be as insensitive as you want. I don't care, but she's already lost her job. She's already been smeared everywhere online, and now she's going to court, possibly going to have to go to jail for what's happened. And the thing is we're putting somebody who's not a hardened criminal in a position where they're going to be in a place with hardened criminals. That's not solving a problem. It's not teaching her a lesson. It will ruin her life to a degree that she will no longer be able to function in society normally. This is not how we make things better. What should be happening, and what I hope happens, is that they see she has a problem and they court mandate some care for her. What that means is she needs to get to like an AA, she needs to get some alcohol treatment beyond that, and she needs support. She does not need jail time. She needs support. This is somebody who's probably a good person just going through a very difficult time. And she needs to get some other assistance too, possibly some counseling. They should also look into any rumors of the fact that her husband may be abusive towards her. She needs to be in a place where she can feel comfortable confront the issues she has. Too many people do not understand that a lot of people go through issues alone and have nothing else that they can do. And again, I want to reiterate that, there is a better way to treat people depending what they're going through. And jail and a severe police response is not always the answer. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. There are violent, dangerous people out there. She is not one of them. She has not attacked anybody. She is not drinking in the courthouse. That's the thing is what she did was what a lot of people do. There's been videos floating on here on TikTok itself showing people showing up to work sites that have breathalyzers lit them on the job site because alcohol issues are such a problem. I don't think people understand that we have people who have problems they can't deal with, and they only need to turn to substance abuse to do so. They don't know what else to do because it's hard to get medical care. It's hard to get support. So we need to do better in this country of letting people get to support groups. The support groups that are free and available, they do the best they can, but they lack a lot of resources. And I appreciate what those groups do, but we treat every person that's got a problem just like garbage. You're homeless? You're just a piece of dirt. You have an alcohol problem? You suck. I just don't know how it is we get this into the correct portion it needs to be. But anyway, it's long enough on that. If you guys have questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. What would you like to see happen to her? What would you like to see for her? Anything exceptionally negative is going to be removed. I want you to add to the conversation. I don't want you to just be somebody deciding to be, just awful in the comments. That's not what it's there for. And if you don't understand that, I don't know how to help you. But yeah, I would prefer, again, that she gets the help she needs and not jail. Jail is not the answer in this case.